Joel, we got to talk about UFOs, man.
Okay, so here is the crazy thing.
Okay.
UFOs, they're no longer UFOs. They are UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon. Or is it phenomenon? Phenomenon.
Wait, but,
So,
how many people are believing in this, for starters?
Okay,
Like,
so here is...
comparatively, because back in the day, UFOs were like...
The Pentagon. The Pentagon has come out and said it was at least 3 or 4 separate videos, and they've said, yes, we don't know what that is.
I've seen some of this stuff.
The Pentagon, like they've what is it? The Navy aircraft carrier or whatever, and they saw these triangle things in the sky.
I saw that video.
Yes,
okay, I saw that video.
And the Pentagon confirmed and said, yeah, we don't know what that is, and the Pentagon knows what everything is. And then another dude went on a podcast, and he was like in the Army, and he was like, yeah, they're like 98% sure that these do not come from Earth. He was like, it's not Russian, it's not this. Now there's a 2% chance that, yeah, it could be something secret. They are 98% sure that it does not come from Earth because these things defy gravity, dude. They'll like zoom, and then they're here, and then they're here.
So two things. One, why aren't people freaked out about this?
Okay.
And two,
COVID and Marvel.
COVID and Marvel.
COVID and Marvel. So Marvel has made normal the whole alien premises.
Dude, okay, you're not wrong. Okay, so
they made it normal.
For the last 10 years,
yes.
22 movies, which I want you here for the time when I go over Endgame and we sit and talk about if a couple years after its release, if it's still as good as I thought it was.
Yes.
Because I loved the Infinity War saga and all that stuff. I thought it was nothing had ever been done like this before.
Right.
No other company had ever taken 20-something movies with an ensemble of that many characters and told one single story. It was unparalleled. And it was a cultural phenomenon, a worldwide phenomenon. But you're right. The ultimate, from the very first Avengers, it was about invaders from space.
Yes. Here is what's interesting. Also with COVID, the COVID relief bill says that next month in June, they have to disclose official reports about this. So I think what happened is the world freaked out over COVID. Everyone's scared about that. And that's why no one's talking about this. Several people, and dude, CNN has reported on this. Fox News, MSNBC, the big ones, they have said, yes, the Pentagon said this isn't what it is, and nobody's talking about it. Isn't that crazy?
So my question is,
yes,
I agree that maybe Marvel has normalized it, with Thanos and Guardians of the Galaxy, and maybe there are some people who are like, ooh, I hope that maybe the Doomsday. I wonder if the Doomsday Climate people are like, I hope there's aliens and they're going to be awesome and nice and they're going to come down and show us how to clean up our oceans and all the super. Maybe that's the case.
This is what is scary.
Okay,
these things. And this is what Tucker Carlson from Fox News, it was like a month ago. He was on there and he said, here's what's scary. Because the government has to disclose this to us because these things are flying. They're just hovering around this warship. So they could show up right to the White House, drop a nuke and zoop. That is terrifying. So he said whether it's aliens or whether it's something that...
Another country with a new technology.
He said this is going to be the biggest information failure since 9/11 because I think after 9/11 it took 3 years to have an official report about it, and this is like these things are hovering above the sky, but everything with cell phones and all the false news, no one's talking about it.
Interestingly enough,
yes,
the Bible called this.
Yeah, Christians are going to. I wonder how Christians are going to explain this.
Well, the Bible called it.
Yeah.
Jesus said in the end times, before the Son of Man returns, you'll see miracles in the sky, phenomenon in the sky. So to some people, to some Christians, this may be like, what do you mean? What's your explanation for this? How are they going to, how are Christians gonna explain this away now? How's this going to make them feel about their God?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But to me, it's like Jesus... According to Scripture, he said you'll see miracles in the sky, phenomenon in the sky. So it doesn't really necessarily worry me one way or the other.
Yeah.
If it's a technology from another country or whatever, I'm not super worried about it. But what I am interested in is the response to this. lack of response or more of a, what does that mean? What does that say about the state of our people today and the mindset? Because, dude, there was a time where if you said UFO and you believe in UFOs, they put you in the loony bin, and they'd say things like, well, don't worry about them. Those are the guys who wear their tinfoil hats. And
there's a documentary that talked about that and how that was a government cover up. Basically, like they were trying to, ever since we dropped the nuke, visits started happening. And there, man, I'll just sound crazy talking about it, but what it comes down to is in June next month. Nobody knows this, and it's on all these organizations, dude. There's an official report where the Pentagon is going to disclose what they know.
Do you remember when everybody was like,
what, dude? What?
Do you remember when everybody was like, "We're gonna raid Area 51"?
Yeah, that was one of those internet whatever. But dude, here's the deal. What if? Either two things are gonna happen.
Okay.
Three things are gonna happen. The government is gonna say, "This is this country, and we need to deal with this. This is very dangerous."
Yeah.
They're gonna say, "This is crazy. We don't know," or they're gonna say something like, yeah, there's about 3 or 4 other civilizations that we know of. We've known about them for the past 60 years, and we have to disclose this and deal with it because they're flying. They can do anything they want.
Which one do you hope
Number
it is?
3. But I hope it is?
Yeah. Okay, which one do you believe it is, and or do you think it is more likely, and which one do you hope it is?
Dude, it's number 3. I hope it's potentially number 1, so
Which
we know
was a reminder again for number 1. You saying other countries'
yes,
technologies?
but also the fact that we haven't been destroyed yet is a massive reservation point for whatever these things are. Because, dude, you look at them, you look at how fast they're moving and how many things like documented sightings there are. It's like, this is crazy. These things defy anything we know about physics.
Another very serious question.
Yes.
Think about it. If you need to think about it or pray about it,
okay.
Take some time. Who's the first person you hope gets probed?
Joe Biden.
That's probably the end of that bit.
Like, literally, I'm just gonna be totally serious. This is awesome.